Well, hello, ladies, and welcome back to another episode of the Flourish Women podcast. Ladies, how are y'all feeling today?
Doing great.
Yes,
enjoying this beautiful weather.
Yes.
Sunshine.
Ladies, drop in the comments how y'all are feeling, what you got going on this week, what you're doing this weekend. We want to know.
Yes.
So please let us know. You're part of our extended family. So we got to check in with y'all and see how it's going. So drop that in the comments. Now, today, we're going to do things a little bit differently.
Switch it up.
Wait. Hold on. Let me introduce my co-host.
Dang, she forgot
Oh, we about to wild on this one. This is what, the finale? Is this season 2 finale?
Oh,
Is this what we doing?
Okay.
I was ready to jump right in. I completely forgot. This is the season 2 finale, ladies.
Aww.
It's okay. Don't worry. We'll be back. So today I have with me co-host Jasmine.
Hey, Jasmine. Look, I got you.
Hey, everybody. And we have our beloved co-host, Lady Taryn.
Yes.
Hey,
Here she go. She's so innocent.
No, I'm not.
We love it. So, ladies, okay. Season finale, and we're going to shake it up and do things a little bit differently. So usually we have our You Grow Girl segment, but today's episode is all about growth.
We're going to
name this whole episode You Grow Girl.
All about the growth.
About the growth.
You grow, girl. I was going to Martin like, what?
I was giving it some beats in between. It's all right. All about the new growth. The new growth.
Don't embarrass me.
That's what we doing.
I'm sorry.
Kira was like, okay.
You Grow Girl.
Yeah.
So this episode is all about growth. So let's talk about it. So ladies, I got a couple questions for you. I'm gonna throw them out there and whoever can take it. So on this podcast, we have our You Grow Girl segment. And one thing that I always say is it doesn't matter how fast you're moving. It just matters that you're moving.
That's right.
What does that mean to you?
You go first.
Okay.
You go first.
I'll go first. Doesn't matter how fast you're moving, just as long as you are moving. That means that we are saying no to complacency.
Yes.
You know, we are going to acknowledge every win, whether big or small. And so that's what it means for me. It's like I'm in a place in my life where I am not going to allow myself to become stagnant.
Yeah.
You know, complacency is like a disease for me.
Yes,
you know,
I feel that.
And so I'm like, okay, I am going to stay in a mindset of continuing to grow, putting myself in the right position and the posture that I need to be so that I can grow. And then not being hard on myself when I don't feel like I'm not growing at the rate that I think I should or moving at the rate that I think I should. So, you know, putting myself in position to move, but then also appreciating what that movement looks like, whether it's a baby step or whether it's a giant leap.
Yeah. Yep. And I agree with everything that you just said.
Hey, girl.
In addition to that, just for me, it's to keep going.
Yeah.
No matter the circumstances, right? So no matter whatever you're going through, don't let it hinder you. You know that there's greater. You know that you have a purpose. So you got to dig deep down within yourself and know, like, okay, no matter what's going on in my life, I have to remember God's promise and I have to keep going despite of. So for me, in addition to everything that you just said, it's just to keep going and know you have purpose in you. And sometimes you just got to dig deep down within yourself and encourage yourself to remember the promise that God has stated, that God has, shown you. So, or told you. So.
Yeah, I would totally agree. So for me, it kind of piggybacks off of both of those. It's like I'm going to acknowledge when I didn't get it right or when I didn't take that step that I needed to, but also I'm going to celebrate when I do take the step. Yeah. So it doesn't matter, like you said, if I'm making leaps or bounds, it just matters that I am making a conscious decision every day to put one foot in front of the other and whatever it may be. So I may not get everything right. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes I'm like, oh, I got to wash these dishes. I got to do this laundry. I got to work on this project. Like all these things are calling for my attention. And instead of not doing anything because there's so much, like taking that step to say, okay, you know what? I'm going to do the dishes today. And then I'm going to at least separate the laundry, or, you know, even if it's just getting the dishes done that one day, like I got something done. So it doesn't matter how much I accomplished in that one day. I was able to get one task done. So that's one thing off my plate. So it's like, it doesn't matter how big the task or, you know, how much other things you're able to get done, as long as you are trying to keep moving.
And find a reason to keep moving. Find
Your
that
why.
reason, your why. That helps too.
That's good. So I have another question for you ladies.
Okay.
So because I know a lot of times some people kind of look at their circumstances or they look at their situation and they're like, well, because this happened to me or because I got this going on, blah, 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 you know, I may not be able to reach my goals. But like, do you think it's the responsibility of the individual do you think it's the individual's responsibility to take control of their own progress, I guess? Am I saying that right?
Yeah, I totally get it. And I believe that it is up to the individual to take responsibility. Now, well, for one, you can't put what you're supposed to be responsible for on somebody else.
Yeah.
Now, it's the difference between just putting it on someone or having accountability, you know, and you have to be able to know that difference between the two. Yeah. But ultimately, you are going to be the person responsible for the growth and the changes in your own life. It first starts with you. Now, gathering people to support what God has shown or revealed to you or what he's put in your heart to do or move towards, then yes, gathering people around to support that vision. But ultimately it has to come from you, that initiation or initiative to really move forward in those things.
Yeah. What do you
Repeat
think?
the question for me, please.
I know. I was like, I want to ask the question again because I felt like I was going out.
No, that was good, but I was. I was processing.
What's the question again?
I was internalizing.
Yeah. Do you think it's the individual's responsibility to take control of their like process and their growth?
Yes, take full responsibility. Because what I mentioned in the previous episode and one other episode is you are accountable for you first before anyone else. So taking that step to own up and taking ownership, like, okay, I am in control of what happens. I am in control of the solution. And that's depending on, you know, where I end up, my growth. So taking ownership, I feel like is important, and just being accountable for yourself and, you know, asking God to reveal certain things to you so that way you're able to own up to where you're supposed to be, own up to who you are. And then, like Lady Taryn was saying, like, then you add people. Then you, hey, I need accountability in this area, whatever the case may be. So
I know some people may feel like they, you know, there are situations that people are in where they feel like, okay, well, it's not working out for me. It's not working in my favor. But even in those type of situations where you do feel like your back is against the wall, especially if you have a relationship with God, it's like, you can only, I feel like, woe is me for so long, you know, or you can only use that as an excuse for so long. You know, I know it's a process of working through some of that stuff. So we're not saying that you should just go move and you should grow and you should do it, because I understand sometimes things, it is a process. It is a healing process. But as long as you're doing something, you know, and even what we talked about in one of the previous episodes about just being aware, I feel like that makes a difference. But if you're just wallowing in what's not going right, and when you focus on that, of course you're not going to want to move or make any type of changes or progress in anything. But then when you're more aware, you're like, okay, this is the situation. I'm not going to take away from the fact that this is a problem or this is a challenge for me and I feel like I can't move, but let me look a little bit closer and see what can be done. What is that one thing I can do right now in this situation? I mean, I have dreams. I have things that, you know, I desire to pursue. And sometimes looking at that big thing is just like, how is that going to get done? Like, what? Like, what? But then I have to zoom in a little bit closer and then like, okay, I can do this today. Okay, I can be creative this way first.
That's good. accepting where you are. I think that's big. Once you accept where you are, you're able to accept what's to come. So that's that for me. Accept where you are. You'll be able to. That'll kind of relieve some stress. Once you say, okay, I'm here, and this is what it is, and this is what's been handed to me, I'm able to say, okay, this is what I got to do to get to the next level, the next place. So accept where you are, whether it's good or bad. Know that it's for a reason, so that way you can get to the next place to move where you to get to where you need to be. So
That's really good. And it makes me think about like, what am I doing in my downtime? Or, like you said, when you think about a goal and you're like, oh, this is so big, I don't know how I'm going to get there. Pastor said one time, it costs nothing to dream for free.
Yeah.
Like, and so I think about that and it's like, okay, well, what can I research today? Or what can I go work on today that's going to help me be prepared for the place that I want to be?
Yeah.
And I know working in corporate America, the job that I have now, a lot of the managers say it's your responsibility to come up with your own action plan. Like they're not going to come to you and say, okay, hey, Lakir, we want you to do this and do this and do this, and that'll help you get to this goal of XYZ. Yeah. Like you have to come to them and say, hey, there's classes out here for this.
Yeah.
I want to take these classes. This is the end goal. These are the kind of things that I want to do. Like, hey, I want you to start throwing me out here and giving me tasks like this more. I want you to start doing. So actually thinking about like, okay, my end goal is here. What can I be doing? These small things, what can I be doing to take the initiative to say, okay, doing this today is going to help me get there. Right. And so like when I think about being responsible for your own growth and taking responsibility for that, it's really just kind of looking at, okay, like you said, accepting where you are. Okay, I'm here, but I can take these steps to get me to where I want to go. And I know I've heard it in corporate America. I've done it and it works.
Yeah.
So, I mean, people don't know what you need or how they can help you until you tell them.
Right.
But how can you tell them if you don't know?
If you don't know, yeah. That's good.
That's a big thing.
I'm loving this episode.
Yeah.
Come on.
This
is feeding me.
Yeah. I mean, it's true. It's true. So, all right, answer me this question, guys. So, what are some ways that you've taken responsibility for your own growth? I know, Jasmine, like you said in a previous episode, you were talking about accountability. Yeah. Like how you're your own accountability partner when there's nobody there. Yeah. What other steps have you or actions have you guys taken to take responsibility for your own growth?
I had to accept who I was because I was fighting against that person of where, okay, so God already had shown me where I was supposed to be, where I'm going, right? But I'm like, okay, well, I can get there. Let me do it my way. But it was like, okay, but first you have to accept who you are right now in this moment. You have to accept the situation that you're in. You have to accept the person that you are to say, hey, I'm this person today, but I'm gonna work to become the person that God had already shown me. That what is that called?
What
the future you.
The future you. Yeah, the future you. Yes. So you're gonna work towards the future you. Yeah, you see it, but don't rush yourself. Accept where you are. Don't rush the process. That's it.
I love it.
That's it.
I love it. I will say, along with that, I think we shrink back when we see our weaknesses and our flaws.
Yeah.
And that's. I mean, seeing your weaknesses is not cute. It's ugly. It's horrific. It's,
very.
All the words.
You be like, ooh, is that me?
Yeah.
I really do that?
Yeah. And so it does require a part of being vulnerable to yourself to say, girl, you don't have it all together. Like, you need help right now, you know? And so that's what I had to realize, like, okay, I may be good at this and this and this, but even if you're good at some things, there are still weaknesses, and we're going to always be in a state of growth. And understanding that we're always going to be in a state of growth. You don't know it all. And it's always something new that you can learn. And so that's my mindset. Like, okay, as exposing as it may be, this is a weak area for me, but okay, Lord, I see it now. Help me with this.
Yeah.
Help me to grow in this thing. And so
Wow.
I have to turn it over to God. Like, all
Yeah.
right, Lord, I thought, and sometimes you have to humble yourself.
Yep.
Because you think you got it going on. And you
Hello.
like, the Lord will show you yourself and be like, baby girl, we got some work to do in this
I'm telling
area.
you.
You know?
I'm telling you.
You're great.
And yeah, but
let me help you be great.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
But
Yeah.
if you so prideful and you feel like, oh, I've already accomplished this in this area, I don't need to excel anymore in this. It's just like you're not going to be able to grow at all.
Yeah.
You know.
And I call that the cleanup. I do.
Come on,
I
clean
call
up.
that the
Clean up
cleanup.
woman.
I'm like the cleanup woman.
Clean
Okay,
up woman. You gotta stop sleeping on me.
I be like this, Lady Terry.
I don't know what that song means. I gotta do some research, but from your angle, we gonna take that.
Yeah.
The cleanup woman for real. Like God, okay, there's some cleaning up that needs to be done in order for you to really meet the mark or the higher calling in your life. Like for real, like allow God to clean you up a little bit. Like you don't know it all. You don't know everything, and there's some stuff that He got to clean up about you, so that way you can
so
perform a
true.
different way.
Yeah.
Can't keep performing the same way. You gonna get the same results. So allow God
come
to
on.
clean you up a little bit.
Who on fire today?
It's okay.
fire today?
It's okay. You gotta be the cleanup woman, girl.
Woman.
In the house, everywhere, clean it up. Allow Him to clean you up
Clean
because
his
He knows you best. Like,
That's
let
so
Him do
good.
it.
That's really good. I know they say sometimes like we're our biggest critics. So like, how do you find that balance between applying pressure and giving yourself grace? Like
That's a good question.
all gas, no brakes. But then at the same time, like, all right, I'm gonna give myself grace today.
So me, I'm a person that I feel like I need to always be doing something. I need to be productive.
my
I need to be
God.
making moves. And I've had to learn, and I continue to learn that every season is not going to look like that.
Yeah. Ooh.
And I am now learning how to appreciate rest. You know, there have been seasons where I was doing all the things, and then there have been seasons where I probably was only doing one thing. But God even showed me that one thing at one point in my life was just being there for my family, like ministering to them.
Wow.
You know, okay, you can do all the things and go plan all these
Lady Tam.
events and help everybody else and stuff, but what are you doing at home right now? And so that was a lesson that I had to learn, that it's okay to sit and rest. And that's why we have to, for me, I have to allow Holy Spirit to lead that. What does that look like? Because today might not look like the next day.
Yeah.
And this season may not look like the next. And so it really requires me to be in tune with Holy Spirit, because I could be feeling like I need to be doing something and taking these leaps and stuff. And he's like, sit your tail down.
Yeah.
And I sat on down. And I don't.
good too.
Yeah. And it feels good, because then there's peace that comes with that. Because it's like, okay, I don't have to do that. You know, and then you'll notice, and it will begin to show when you're doing stuff that you're not supposed to be doing, because you won't have peace. You'll be frustrated about it, irritated about it. And it's just like, okay, I didn't need to be doing that.
Yeah.
I need to sit down right now. And so I've gotten over that hump of always trying to feel like I need to do something, and just saying, okay, let me recognize this moment. What moment is this right now? God,
Ooh, that's
show me
good.
what I need to be doing. And you have to ask God. I feel like that's where we kind of go wrong, because we want to do it and we don't consult with God to say, what do I need to be doing in this season?
Wow.
What do I need to be doing at this hour?
Wow.
Should I be focusing on this right now, or do I need to be just, giving attention here? And one thing is, like, I know for especially parents, it was a season in my life before I had children where I would wake up early and I would have that quiet time with God. My quiet time don't look the same no more.
Yeah.
Because I'm feeling like, well, I need to do this first before I do this. And it's just like, just flow with God. Flow and ride the wave of how Holy Spirit is leading you to be productive in the things.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
That's good.
Sorry, I didn't
No,
threw you off track.
no, you didn't throw me off track. It's a good thing, right?
Okay.
I said because I needed all of that. I needed all of that in this season that I'm in now.
Yeah.
I was battling with that, like, oh, God, I'm not doing anything. What do you want me to do? And it's like all of that, all of that. Like, be sensitive to the Holy Spirit. Be sensitive to my instructions.
Yeah.
And sometimes it takes for you to be still in order to know what to do.
Yep.
All of that.
Yeah.
So I have really needed that, and thank you.
You're welcome.
So I have no comment on
and
anything.
sometimes it's good to go back to what God told you to do. If you've written it down, that's something that I always encourage people to do. Like if you're kind of questioning, what should I be doing right now? Like I feel like I need to be doing more.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, okay, what was the last thing God told you to do? And let's start there.
Right.
And then continue to ask him, like, God, okay, if this is not what you want me to do right now, don't let me have peace about it.
Yeah.
Some of us don't want to pray that, but
Right.
you know, like, Lord, lead me where the peace is. I want to
Yeah.
be where the peace
I
at.
want- okay.
Where the peace resides.
Hello.
Where the peace resides.
Where the peace resides.
That's where I want to be.
You hear me?
Shoot.
I have nothing else to add either, Jazz. So we're just gonna say that's on that.
And that's on that.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. That's exactly that was everything.
That was everything.
So
Definitely.
since this
Go,
is
girl.
a
Look.
You Grow Girl episode, I think it's only fair that we all share one win,
All right.
big or small, doesn't matter what it is.
I recently had to have a hard conversation, you know, just from like our episode.
I said I had an episode on that.
We had a whole episode on that, and I'm like, it's coming for me. Like, I really gotta have hard conversations, and I'm, you know, even as I shared in that episode, you can go back and watch. The link is in the description box below.
Hello.
Plug. But no, yeah, just having to have face some hard things that I thought I wasn't ready to face, and I'm like, okay, I got to be vulnerable. I got to share my feelings, my thoughts, my emotions about this situation. But it definitely has helped.
Oh, that's good.
It has helped me.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. I can go next. I actually just kind of had like a come to Jesus moment the other day, and it was like, my life is completely changing. Like life as I knew it is not going to look the same. And it was so hard to, because it was like in that moment, it was like nothing is working out. Like I feel like I can't even keep. I told my husband the other day, I was like, I am failing at everything right now. I can't keep up with the business. I can't keep up with the house. I can't even keep my lips moisturized right now.
Oh, yes. Yeah. I
I
feel
was
you.
like, what is going on? And I think it was because I was still trying to do a lot of the things that I was doing previous to getting pregnant.
Whoop, whoop. Announcement. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Y'all didn't know?
So
This is good for the finale.
if I never mentioned it before, so I was out here trying to keep up with doing all of this social media and doing all of this stuff behind the scenes, and then like keeping the groceries in the house and the this and that. And I'm like, I feel like I'm completely failing. It's like, well, maybe I need to step back. And I told him, I was like, I just feel like I need to blow everything up. Like everything that I thought,
Throw it all.
you know, everything I used to do, like maybe I don't need to do this
so
many
good,
social
Lakir.
media posts. Maybe I only need to do 3 instead of 5. Or maybe, you know, I need to start ordering the groceries instead of going to the grocery store. Maybe I need to start.
Good.
So I was like, I just need to take a day. And like you said earlier, Jasmine, if you don't sit down and like figure it out, like, and spend time with God to like figure out what's going on, you're not going to get it. And so it's like, I just need to sit down, take a day to like just restructure.
Yes.
And regroup.
That's a good part.
And it's
That's a
okay.
good word.
And it's okay.
It's okay. Accept that.
Restructuring is
It's
okay.
that things change. And so I had to accept that. Sometimes I'm not good with change. I'm not good with things changing.
Yeah.
And so I had to accept the fact that life is changing, and life as I knew it before, even now until when the baby comes and after the baby comes, it's never going to look like just me and my husband.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I had to accept that. I had to have a hard moment with myself and say, all right, having a pity party. I'm in here crying in my bedroom, but you know what? I can't stay here. I'm gonna go sit down and write, redo my
That's
block
good,
schedule
Lakira.
or
That's
something. Because
good.
I was like, I can't wallow in this anymore. So
Oh my goodness.
that was my
is
you
good.
grow girl
this is
moment.
good.
I love it.
I felt both of you today. Like
I know. You said the smoke was coming out of you. What you got?
no, for me, it
Child, tell us.
Share. Oh, the people.
I
wanna
have
know.
to. Okay, the people want to know. Okay.
Want to know?
For me, it was setting boundaries. I had to learn that it is not about what they want and how they feel. Okay, I know that sometimes that you think like, okay, I don't want to be negative. I don't want to come off as, selfish or mean. No, it is for you to function at a higher vibration. It is for you to function at a higher level self. It's not for you to set boundaries. It's not saying that you're nasty or mean. It's just so you'll be able to have peace. It's so you'll be able to have joy in your life, in your own space. Like, you matter. And I say that all the time, like, you matter. So by all means, do what you have to do for you.
Yeah.
You said that one episode, do what works for you.
Yeah.
And I stick with that. Like,
Yeah.
listen, this is your life.
Yep.
Okay. And if you need peace and you have to have peace, you set those boundaries for you. It's not to make them feel comfortable. It's for you to feel comfortable saying, hey, this is for me to function at a higher level self. And by all means, I need to do so. Okay. For you to get the good version of me.
Yeah.
And
You want to see the good side.
If you want to see the good
Yes.
side, we're going to set boundaries
Ooh-wee.
so this we can flow.
Yeah. Come on.
We can flourish. And we can flow. Okay. All right.
That's good.
So.
That's good. And listen, the right people will understand.
The right
They
people
will be okay with your
understand.
boundaries.
Right.
They
Yeah.
might see that they need to set some boundaries themselves.
They do.
So
Might
Absolutely.
encourage
it-
them.
that is a big
Yeah.
deal. That's a big deal. A lot of people have
And you're
problems
teaching
with
people
that.
too. You're teaching.
Yes.
Each one teach one.
Yep.
Each one teach one.
Each
Yeah.
one teach one.
No child of God left behind. Okay.
Come on. I love
Each
it.
one teach one. Listen, you're teaching them a skill. Like, they need to set boundaries too. So,
Yep.
hey.
Yep. That is really good. I think this is a good place to say, you know what? Pause. We are going to go into our Selah moment. So here on the Flourish Women podcast, we have a Selah moment where we just stop and we dive deep into the word, maybe give you guys a little bit of understanding or just a different perspective. So since Jasmine's on fire, I guess
She is on fire.
Don't
let
start
you-
with me.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I'll be talking about coming from Isaiah chapter 43, 18 through 19. So it states, forget the former things, do not dwell on the past. See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland. Guys,
I think that's just everything.
okay, I said that slow as possible. Okay, listen, you cannot take old baggage on this new flight. Okay, you cannot bring that old suitcase. Okay,
Throw that thing away.
throw it away. You see it has holes in it. You see the zipper barely even zip up. Okay, throw it out. You need to accept. So it states, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? It's time for you to receive it. Receive it. Know that God is putting you, listen, you're catching a new flight. And it's okay to go without the old baggage. Go ahead and go to the store. Go to Walmart, Target, wherever you got to go. Get you a new suitcase, a new luggage. Okay? And fill that thing up with some good stuff.
What you gonna put in that luggage, girl? Come on, tell us what's going in that luggage. I need a little patience in that luggage for myself.
I'm telling
Put
you.
some patience in there.
Yes.
So
So
took over your Selah moment, girl.
No,
I got
you good.
excited about that
no,
luggage.
you good.
That
In
luggage
order to
revelation.
grow, guys, you really have to accept what is, accept what he's doing for the new. Accept it. You have to accept it. That's all I'm gonna say. That's the word of the day today.
Yeah.
Acceptance.
Ding ding.
One of the earlier episodes was receive it, and today is accept it.
Accept it.
Wow.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
I love it.
yeah,
That's good.
that is
put some
really
stuff in
good.
my
You
suitcase.
grow, girl.
You grow, girl.
Yes.
Ladies, I hope you guys
This
have
was
gotten
good.
something from this conversation
You was
today.
on fire.
I hope you make the decision today, right now, in this moment, in this hour, to take a step towards something that you've wanted to do. And like I said, it doesn't have to be a big step. It can be a small step, but just make sure you are moving in the direction that's going to put you in the position to be the woman that you want to be, that
Yes.
you are called to be,
Yes.
that you know
All
you
that.
can be. So
All that.
accept it, receive it, all of that good stuff.
Okay.
So listen, if you had anything that you want to share, if you've had a you grow girl moment, big or small, drop it in the comments. Let us know. We want to celebrate with you. Ladies, if you are ever in the Charlotte area, please come to Flowing Life. come to the church. Tell us your You Grow Girl moment in person so we can celebrate with you in person.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure AD would not mind dancing for you. Listen.
Yeah.
She
We
here, but I'll
know.
say it for her. Listen, ladies. So
her
stop
foot
by the
tambourine.
church if you are ever in Charlotte. If not, it's okay. You can join us on our Facebook Live. We go live church every Sunday at 10 a.m. We would love to have you in our stream.
Yes.
Ladies, you can also catch this podcast on almost all streaming platforms. So make sure you check out our previous episodes. This is the finale of season 2.
Bye.
So I hope you ladies have enjoyed it. Go back and watch it, and then we will see you at the beginning of season 3.
Wow.
So until then, you ladies have a great day, and we will see you soon.
Bye.